Hey everyone, this is a quick live stream. Hi everyone, this is a quick live stream about a video I made 2 years ago, this one. And I've got to turn up the volume so you can hear it, right?
I blog, right? And I'm eating, like to eat here. And I told her, ma'am, you completely are misrepresenting or misunderstanding the fact that I'm a human being with things that I'm dealing with right now. I don't want to hear it. And there she is. She kind of circles around like a shark, okay? So, I mean, she's just walking around looking to start trouble with somebody black. And as I look around, I'm like the only black male right here. So she's obviously a really screwed up lady, and I'm about to make her famous. Very, very famous. This is Saturday at Westlake Shopping Center, and it's, what time is it? Oh, almost 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time.
And yeah, that was November 12th, 2016, just several days after Donald Trump won the election. And what people don't understand about that video that I just showed you is that she came up to within this close to me. Where my hand is was where she was standing, right here. And I'm looking down like that. So she was that close, okay? And I had no warning. I was looking at my computer, just as I pointed to, all right? And all of a sudden she was upon me, saying something I didn't quite understand, except that when I didn't respond, then she went into this race-based stuff about, you black or whatever, and Trump. And then, I said what I said, and she walked off. But what I most lament is that I didn't turn my camera on as soon as she was before me, because there was a little tick in my head that said, don't put the camera in somebody's face, they don't want it. If you're a vlogger, get rid of that idea, okay? Turn it on regardless and deal with the consequences later. Now, I made this stream to address some of your comments, which I haven't done, but also because, look, this video has been seen. Look at this. This video has gained, look at that, 351,297 views. Now, I know in the total history of YouTube, okay, that's not something like the video where the guy made, Gangnam Style, right? It's not like 250 million views or whatever, but I didn't expect that. Not only that, take a look at this. 529 comments. All right, and I still have comments waiting for my review that obviously didn't pass my my filter because they probably have profanity or something racist in them or whatever. So be it. But I am responding to comments that did pass the filter. Like this one says, Trump is bringing out the worst in this country. And that's true. There were 59 replies to that one. Another one, Trump presidency has triggered all the crazy people. It's difficult to argue against that. And then another one is she the same crazy lady who freaked out in Starbucks because a couple of people were speaking in Korean? I don't know about that situation. And then someone says, this creature isn't a lady, she's bitter, hateful old Trump. Then Free Thinker says, the things a black man has to go through in this country. And this one says she probably forgot to take her meds. There were 10 replies there. Another one says, let's say she is mentally ill, but can still get him in trouble, him is me, if he took her bait and started an argument. I see the negative comments toward this guy, but he should be allowed to eat in peace. And, I'm glad someone had enough sanity to recognize that, because, again, I'm minding my own business like anybody else. She could have had a knife. She could have had a gun. There's no metal detector, and Westfield Shopping Center in San Francisco is connected directly to BART. You can walk in right off BART, through the Palace Street Station, and in there, and it's a food court, and it's public. So you have no idea. She could have taken one of the utensils from anything place else and decided to stick me with that. So I consider myself quite lucky that wasn't the situation, and I'm here to tell you about it. and you would probably say, hey, that's hyperbole, but consider all the things we hear about in social media today, right? Dre Perkins says you're right. Thanks, Dre. And yeah, and we have to be on guard. And hey, J Marks, how you doing? So we have to be on guard today, sadly, for that. And that's why I encourage vloggers in particular. If you have an iPhone, like I'm making this iPhone, use it. Turn it on. That's what I did, and that's exactly what I did. Let me look at some more of these comments here. There's another one that says, white insecurity needs to get out of their system. The reality is most people of color have decent jobs and they hate this. They want to see you unemployed and begging on the street. She probably lives on Social Security. Well, Golden Voice, I don't think anything negatively about her. I just called security, and security found her and they escorted her out, as I understood it. And it says, you're way more nice than I could have been. I'm white, and I would have gladly gotten a bit loud to have her escorted on her way, a weird way, shaking my head, she's just a nut job. Yeah, I didn't get loud. Here's the other thing too, okay? Never match emotion with emotion. Just because a person says something excitedly or they're angry with you doesn't mean you have to rise to the level of attention. That's a particularly important thing to remember when you have a service job. If you have a customer that's irate, don't match their level of upsetness. You keep calm and you help them. Always keep calm, because you could serve as the breakwater to somebody else being upset about anything, and next thing you know, they're not upset anymore. They like you as a person because you helped them, right? But I've seen, I don't know how many times you see somebody in a situation like a service situation, they're a clerk, and they get mad. Anything the customer's always right. Don't get mad, just listen, all right? So there's I don't know if it's social media or how this society is being impacted by all this media, but there's a meanness in the society that I've never seen before. And good people are being harmed by it. Maybe that lady was harmed by somebody else and she's passing along the meanness, Here's another one. It says, we should treat each other as we ourselves want to be treated. You, sir, are right. We all have hurts. And that was a year ago, and I, couldn't have said it better myself. She lives in a flea bag hotel on Market Street. Well, still, it doesn't mean that we have to deride her. She wants to see if she can go black and then go black. That's hilarious. That's funny. No way, Jose. So this one says, Robert Hughes says, thank you, my man. 99% of white people aren't like that. I'm an old white man. And Miss Sandy says, this stuff is happening way too much. I'm afraid someone's going to get what? Anyway, this one says, it kills me. Everybody says hello to my mom. It says, it kills me white people have everything and not worth nothing. What? But we as black people who are still struggling don't even see them demons, wondering why the race is dying out. I don't think it's a matter of race dying out. You have to remember that we're all mixed, okay? I mean, you could be married to somebody who, like, I could be married to somebody that's white that maybe would come out entirely black. Or, that happens all the time, right? So we have to be a lot smarter about how we think about things and just not stop assuming that it's like us versus them. Life is a lot more complicated than that. And actually, it's a lot more fun, too. Anyway, this one says, blacks always bring racism into everything. I just see a senile, crazy old lady. Yeah, but see, I'm glad I mentioned this one. And John Marks wants to give me some advice. Yeah, just type it in there, John. But anyway, what this person doesn't understand, all right, is that person was addressing me by my race. So for this person to write, blacks always bring racism and everything. Look, that's stupid. I'm minding my own business. This person approaches me because I'm black and I bring racism to everything? That's how stupid some people are. But then the only thing that's smart about this is the person doesn't even use their name. John Marks gives me advice, never get married. John, I want to get married. See, you've been married, you are married, I want to get married. So it's funny, people who tell me never get married are the ones that are married, and I haven't had a chance to get there. Let me get there first.
You'll get married. Stop telling people you're not married.
Okay, well, it's kind of whatever. Back to the subject. Okay, this one, it says clickbait, nothing to see here. Just an older lady that clearly has some issues. Why bother posting this at all? We take your word, she says anything. CC, that's not the point. And the simple point is CC, is that, again, this person came up to me. I wasn't where they were this close to me. All right, you see my hand is that close right there. All right,
That person knows.
they were that close to me, folks. Okay, and so my point is that I'm communicating what happened to me as it's. This is the modern news. You report what happens to you. You give a part of a mosaic of what happens in total life. So this plus millions of other videos that are out there give us a view of how society is at any particular moment in time. That's the beauty of this technology. That's what this is all about. It's about showing you how life treats me. Life is going to treat you differently? Yeah, of course. Then report that. But just because life treats you differently as a person who's white, don't assume that it's going to be the same for me. There's only one word for that: ignorant. Just being honest, okay? Open your eyes and your ears. Okay. So, are you sure she's not flirting with you? That's funny how many people think if that's flirting. No. Zennie, man, she's lucky I wasn't there. I would have stuck up for you. Haha, she's mad. Thanks, Oakland, man.
I wish you put that down.
So, anyway, it's like it says you need more proof than that. I think she was just looking for unguarded food to steal, except that my food was guarded. All right. Stacy White says, I'm sorry this happened to you. I feel there was no dealing with her in a normal way or an abnormal way. I'm so sorry. If you're walking around like that, then of course there must be some mental issues. You, sir, are a calming soul. Thank you very much, Stacy White. I really appreciate that. Then Tracy Cook says, am I missing something? All I see is women walking around. Is there another part to this blog? Well, no, I kind of told you, Tracy, if you played the first video and listened, you would have got it. Or not only that, pay attention to what I'm saying right now. Because, again, there are 529 comments on this. People are talking about it. And so I feel a follow-up is necessary, okay? And John Marks just wrote, I am not fooling. Thanks, John. That's a serious issue, you know? And she wasn't a random woman walking around minding her own business. Again, for those of you who don't seem to comprehend this, or who just are writing, who look at the title and just are writing something. Some people do that. They don't actually look at the video. They just write, okay? She was this close to me. I'm looking down. I look up. She's right in my face. Understand? She's right in my face. Okay? Right in my face. So she wasn't walking around randomly. She came to me, and I looked up, and all I saw was her and what she was saying to me. Understand? All right. So, okay. And see, here's another one that doesn't listen. Carol. So she tries to talk to you about our president, and that's a racial thing. All I can say is, wow. She made it racial. When I wasn't responding because I didn't comprehend what she was saying, and I was working on something at the time, and then she mentions you people, you black, okay? And then walks off, all right? So, again, there's this idea in your head, you want to divorce yourself from the reality of what I presented, which is in of itself weird. But the problem is she made it a racial thing. The minute she came up to me, it was a racial thing, okay? Okay. It was a racial thing, all right? So my point is, when a person tells you their story, you don't want somebody telling you your story is not valid. Therefore, if I'm presenting you my story with a camera, don't tell me my story is not valid. That's wrong, okay? Listen to each other, all right? You can't have it one way. All right, now I'm going to say this and then I'm done, but this one person said, crazy pants, and the other one says, it's sad that you can't even eat in peace. And that's, you know, that's really the whole point of it. I just wanted a meal. I love eating at that place. They've got a great Korean barbecue. I just wanted to eat in public in San Francisco. All right, folks, I'm gone. I'll see you in my normal live stream later tonight, but I really had to get this one out because And I'm going to make some more comments about this because it's an issue that people apparently want to talk about. And social media allows us to see how other people are treated. There's another video on Twitter right now of a woman that went into a Mexican restaurant. What time? About the normal time, John. But she goes into a Mexican restaurant in Arizona, and she gets after this guy for speaking Spanish, and he owns the restaurant. So he calls the police, and the police escort her out. And she says, I've been, talking a lot of vulgarities that I would prefer to not repeat here. And that's just today. Today. This happens a lot, and it's sad. Yeah, about 8:30 your time. All right, thanks a lot, everybody. I'll see you.